Fox 2's Randy Wimbley joining us live with the update. Randy.
Yeah, guys, that cop will be sentenced in a couple of months. And although this charge is a misdemeanor, it's serious nonetheless. Both the officer who was assaulted and the police chief tell me the jury got this right.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Thomas Michael Joseph Jones, guilty.
A jury convicts a Detroit cop of assaulting another in a case that made national headlines, embarrassed DPD, and humiliated an 18-year veteran of the force.
Well, I'm able to get some sleep now after all this time, so it's a good thing.
It was a little more than 3 years ago when Officer Tom Jones, a white man, chased down Officer Christopher Williams, shoved him into a fence, and forcefully handcuffed him at the department's training center, where roughly 100 plainclothes cops were logging hours to meet yearly training standards. Jones saw Williams with a large amount of cash on his person in the bathroom of that training center and suspected him of wrongdoing.
For him to work the street, what will he do to my grandmother, to my mother? I hope he won't put them in cuffs for having money on them.
The element of race doesn't escape me either. That this white officer saw fit to tell this black man that you're not supposed to have that kind of money on you.
Chief James White, who was an assistant chief at the time, panned claims of racism and said Jones's actions were not unreasonable if he suspected Williams of a crime.
With regards to the actions of an officer encountering someone with money, that's never okay.
The chief says his initial assessment of the incident in 2019 was dead wrong and rooted in bad information.
The briefing that I got on what transpired had a lot to do with people from the outside being in the building and doing work, and that people didn't know who were the police and who weren't because there was so many people in the building putting in a gym at the time. Immediately when we got into the investigation, we found that was not completely accurate.
That led DPD to send the case to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, which charged, tried, and got a jury to convict Jones. And although he's still on the job, he's been off the street since 2019, and more disciplinary action is looming.
If this is racially motivated and the investigation is pretty much concluded with a few exceptions, that will start after the criminal proceeding as it relates to garrity rights and things such as that. There's no room for anyone that operates that way in the police department.
Should this guy still be a Detroit cop?
Oh, he gonna do it again. 110%.
All right, guys, the chief told me again tonight that he deeply regrets his initial assessment of the situation, and it reminded him of the importance of making sure that all of the information that he's getting on the situation is accurate before he makes a statement to the press. Now, Jones will be sentenced on February 9th. In the meantime, there is a civil lawsuit pending against Jones and the city of Detroit. Christopher Williams' attorney tells me that they'll be reviving that suit ASAP. Roop, Taryn.
Hey there, Randy, it's Amy. I'm just curious, what has taken so long for this to come to a conclusion? Is it because of COVID and the delays we saw in the courts?
Yeah, that is exactly it. That's exactly what Christopher Williams' attorney Todd Perkins told me. 3 years. It happened in June of 2019, and here we are, December of 2022, and we have a conviction from the jury. But essentially, COVID held this situation up, and finally coming to some resolution, at least on the criminal side. Again, the civil lawsuit still pending.
Yeah, so still more to come on this. Thanks so much, Randy Wimbley. We appreciate you.
That's right.